brief introduction to StringKing's latest mesh. Your new StringKing mesh, if you order it online, comes in a very nice cardboard box telling you to go to ustring.com to get one of the best pockets in town, or you can just have me string it, or really anyone else, because Ustring pockets are pretty good, but not the best. Comes with a piece of mesh, black tissue paper, which I have already disregarded, and the piece of mesh is also wrapped up in a bottom string and some sidewall strings, but I took all of this out just so I could show you. So I did not pay for the bottom string and sidewall string, but I just paid for the mesh. I checked the receipt and everything, but I think it's pretty cool that it came with that, considering the mesh is fairly expensive at $30, and the strings are fairly expensive, as I'm sure many of you know if you've ever bought StringKing strings. So I live in Colorado, and the only Division I lacrosse team in all of Colorado is the Denver Pioneers, and so I was super happy to see that it came in this colorway. And originally I thought that maybe they check where you're from and give you your local college and do those colors, but then I realized that I'm pretty sure this is StringKing's signature colorway. So either way, it works very, very well, and I'm really psyched about these sidewalls and the bottom lace, because with StringKing, you know, the main thing is the sidewalls I don't really need, but for StringKing, I really like the bottom lace. It's a perfect length, and I really like that it's tipped. It's easy to fit through things, and it's really nice, and the shooting strings are really nice too. So these things are the things that I really look for. The sidewall string, not really necessary. In fact, I found that for some reason, sometimes StringKing strings will rip faster than the strings that I normally use. The mesh, I got StringKing 2X Plus, their latest mesh, and it sounds pretty cool so far. So I was pretty bummed I might not be able to string it up, but it turns out I have a total of 6 hours to string this up. I've got 2 hours on a field trip going there and 2 hours back, and then I have an hour before a game, so I'll probably string this up on my backup stick and play that game, so that'll be pretty fun. And I might be able to use this if my stick breaks, which I guess I shouldn't really be hoping for, but I'm pretty psyched to try this out. So I just got it in the white because I really like white now, and it's pretty clean. So the mesh is supposed to have a new horizontal weave and new horizontal string, which is supposed to be like basically stretchy string, which they used in Grizzly Mesh. So I'm really, really, really excited for that, and I can't wait to use that and see. Hopefully it'll improve my game. People say that you can really tell the difference in the horizontal weave, but when I really compared it to, 2X, if you can kind of, here, let me just show you the pocket. If you can kind of see the difference, I couldn't really see that much of a difference in weave. It just kind of looked like the bumps on this are a little bigger, which would give you a little bit more hold. So my plan was to just copy down this pattern because it's 2X and I thought it would be the same, but it turns out from what I've heard from Mainly Mesh is that this mesh will give you about 2 points more if you were to use a whip scale of width, so that might be a little bit of an issue, but 6 hours on a bus I think should be plenty enough time to get down a nice pattern. And you know, I won't be stringing it on the clutch because my backup isn't a Clutch X, although I'm going to try to get it that as soon as possible, or if I switch my heads to get the backup as the same head, but for now it's not. It's a Proton, or a Superpower, so it's a fairly different head, but hopefully I'll be able to get down a fairly good pattern and get a feel for the mesh and see how this mesh works. Anyways, I'm super excited to try out StringKing's new 2X Plus. I can't wait to give you a full review with all of my thoughts on it in a month or so.